Hello and welcome to the podcast. Today I have two very special guests from Eatonville, Florida. Please welcome Tea Cake and Janie.
Hello, y'all. Pick it up.
If I don't do the other one, then it sucks.
We're having a little technical difficulties.
Stupid cringe champ.
Oh yeah, let me fix your mic, sir.
Thank you, Daniel. Daniel's our tech guy on the podcast here.
We're just going with this.
Yeah, we're just going with it, man.
Oh, I see.
All right.
Good evening. Did that
Okay.
one pick up?
Yeah, it picked up.
You're good.
Come on, man. I'm waiting.
Okay. So I wanted to start by saying this was a very interesting story in your book, Janie. So of course I have a few questions. First question is, how did you manage to be so strong throughout the entire book?
Well, I just keep imagining that pear tree in my head and kept that image there during the bad times. And of course, a lot of supporting friends along the way, such as Phoebe.
Oh, God. Yes, I did notice the pear tree and your whole horizon thing. Now for my next question, do you think your horizon was a tea cake? If so, why?
Well, I think Tea Cake was a huge step forward, but I think my horizons came after Tea Cake died. After I buried him and went back to Eatonville, I was truly free.
When I first met Jay, my seaman was her horizon. But there was a lot of ground to cover still. I mean, this beautiful woman was mistreated for most of her life. I'm happy I made such an improvement.
Well, thank you guys. And for my last question, TK, what would you have done if you didn't get to Janie in time during the hurricane? I mean, that dog was a close call.
Well, I don't like to think of it much since I like what you're doing here and you're a pretty cool guy, I'll answer your question.
Okay.
I think that if Janie were to be bitten or even killed by the dog, I would go on with my life without living. Life without Janie is no life at all, and I'm happy that it was me that got the short end of the stick and not her.
Well, thank you guys. Unfortunately, we're out of time. Thank you both for coming out all this way and answering these questions. And thank you to the listeners for tuning in today's podcast. Have a good night.